Imagine you're walking through a park on a sunny day, enjoying the fresh air. Suddenly, everything feels strange. You notice a person in the distance who looks just like you, but wearing different clothes and holding a pet you've never owned. The moment feels unreal, like something out of a dream. Is this your imagination, or could it be a glimpse into a parallel universe? The idea of parallel universes suggests that there isn't just one version of reality. There are many. Think of reality as a book. Each chapter tells a different story, but in the multiverse, every possible version of the story exists. Some might be almost identical to the life you know, while others could be wildly different. Parallel universes can be small, like a version of today where you chose coffee instead of tea. Or they could be massive, like a universe where dinosaurs never went extinct, or the laws of physics don't work the same way. This concept is not just fantasy, it's supported by real scientific theories. One of the most exciting parts of this idea is imagining what other realities might be like. Could there be a version of Earth where humans developed wings, or a version of you living in a world with no technology? These questions show how parallel universes stretch the limits of our imagination. At the same time, parallel universes make us wonder about the choices we make. If every decision creates a new universe, does that mean every possibility is happening somewhere? And if that's true, what does it mean for our sense of free will and destiny? This isn't just a topic for science fiction. Scientists and philosophers have been studying the concept of the multiverse for decades. Quantum mechanics, cosmic inflation, and even strange stories from history all suggest that parallel universes could be more than just a theory. In this exploration, we'll break down the science of the multiverse in simple words, share fascinating real-life stories, and dive into what it all means for our lives. By the end, you'll be questioning whether the world you know is the only one, or just one of many. To understand parallel universes, let's start with the basics. Our universe is everything we can see, touch, and measure. It includes galaxies, stars, planets, and the physical laws that keep everything working, like gravity and time. But what if our universe is just one part of something much bigger? Think of the universe as a bubble. The multiverse theory suggests that our bubble is one of countless others floating in an infinite cosmic ocean. Some of these bubbles might look almost identical to ours, while others could be completely alien, with no stars or planets at all. Here's another way to think about it. Imagine a giant loaf of bread. Each slice represents a different universe. Some slices might have raisins, some might have nuts, and some might be plain. Each slice is unique, but they're all part of the same loaf. Now, let's bring it closer to home. Imagine flipping a coin. In this universe, it lands heads, but in another universe, it lands tails. The multiverse theory suggests that every time there's a choice or a chance, the universe splits into two, creating a new reality for each outcome. Parallel universes might not just be about choices, they could also have different laws of physics. For example, imagine a universe where time flows backward, or one where light travels slower than sound. These changes could create realities that are completely different from anything we can imagine. Some scientists think parallel universes are created by chance, like bubbles forming in boiling water. Others believe they're the result of quantum mechanics, where tiny particles behave in unpredictable ways. Either way, the idea is that there are countless versions of reality, each with its own story. What's exciting is that parallel universes could explain some of the biggest mysteries of our own universe. For example, why does our universe seem so perfectly designed for life? If there are infinite universes, it makes sense that we happen to live in one where the conditions are just right. This idea isn't just theoretical, it's based on real science. The many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, for instance, suggests that every decision creates a new branch of reality. So, in a way, you're already living in a multiverse. Parallel universes also raise deep philosophical questions. If there are infinite versions of you, what makes you you? And if every possibility is happening somewhere, does that make our choices less meaningful, or more so? Ultimately, parallel universes remind us how vast and mysterious reality is. Whether they exist or not, the idea pushes us to think bigger, and dream beyond the limits of what we know. In 1954, something strange happened at Tokyo's Haneda Airport. A man arrived with a passport from a country called Taured. The passport looked real, complete with stamps from other nations. But there was one problem. Taured doesn't exist. The man insisted that Taured was a real country located between France and Spain. He even pointed to it on a map, but the area he indicated was part of Andorra. He seemed genuinely confused when officials told him that his country didn't exist in this world. Authorities detained the man in a secure room while they investigated, but when they checked on him the next morning, he had vanished, along with all his belongings. The room was locked, and there was no sign of how he could have escaped. Skeptics argue that this story is likely an urban legend, but believers think it could be evidence of a glitch in reality. Maybe the man accidentally crossed over from a parallel universe where Taured is a real place. The story of the man from Taured raises fascinating questions about the boundaries between universes. Are they fixed and separate, or do they sometimes overlap in strange and unpredictable ways? Even if this story isn't true, it's one of many similar accounts that fuel speculation about parallel universes. From unexplained disappearances to strange appearances of people and places, these stories make us wonder, what if reality isn't as stable as we think? In the world of quantum mechanics, particles behave in ways that seem impossible. Instead of being in one place or state, they can exist in multiple states at once, a phenomenon called superposition. Imagine holding a coin. In the quantum world, that coin isn't just heads or tails, it's both at the same time. But when you look at it, it chooses a state. This process of observation, collapsing possibilities into one outcome, is part of what makes quantum mechanics so strange. The many worlds interpretation, proposed by physicist Hugh Everett III, takes this idea further. It suggests that instead of the coin choosing one outcome, the universe splits into two. One where the coin lands heads, and another where it lands tails. This means that every decision, no matter how small, creates a new branch of reality. In one universe, you're watching this video. In another, you decided to go for a walk instead. And in countless other universes, every possible outcome of your life is playing out. This theory might sound wild, but it's one of the most widely discussed explanations for the strange behavior of particles. It suggests that we're already living in a multiverse, whether we realize it or not. The idea of parallel universes doesn't stop at quantum mechanics. It's also connected to how our universe began. After the Big Bang, our universe expanded at an incredibly rapid rate in a process called cosmic inflation. Scientists believe this inflation didn't just create our universe, but may have sparked countless others, each forming a bubble in a vast multiverse. Imagine blowing bubbles in soapy water. Each bubble is a separate universe, complete with its own space, time, and physical laws. Some bubbles might pop quickly, while others last a long time and grow large. Similarly, some universes might collapse shortly after forming, while others, like ours, continue expanding and evolving. These bubble universes could be incredibly diverse. In one bubble, gravity might be stronger, making it impossible for stars or planets to form. In another, the speed of light might be slower, fundamentally changing how energy and matter behave. Our bubble just happens to have the right conditions for life as we know it, something scientists call the anthropic principle. One of the most fascinating ideas about bubble universes is that they might occasionally collide. If two bubbles bumped into each other, the impact could leave detectable imprints on the cosmic microwave background radiation, the faint afterglow of the Big Bang. Some scientists are actively searching for these signs as potential evidence of other universes. Even without direct collisions, the sheer variety of bubble universes could explain some of the mysteries of our own. For instance, why does our universe have such finely tuned physical constants? If countless universes exist, each with different properties, it's no surprise that we find ourselves in one where conditions are just right for life. The bubble universe theory also expands our understanding of infinity. While we often think of infinity as endless space, the multiverse suggests infinite variety as well. There could be universes with entirely different dimensions, or even universes where time doesn't exist. What makes the bubble theory so compelling is its grounding in real science. Cosmic inflation is a well-established part of our understanding of the universe's origins, and extending this concept to include other universes is a natural next step. It's a reminder that the cosmos is likely far stranger and more complex than we can imagine. While we can't directly observe these other universes, some scientists believe they could leave subtle clues in the fabric of our own. Gravitational waves, for instance, might carry hints of interactions with other bubbles, offering a window into the multiverse. Ultimately, the bubble universe theory challenges us to think bigger. Instead of a single cosmos, we're part of an infinite ocean of possibilities. Each bubble represents a unique chapter in the grand story of existence, and our universe is just one among countless others. The idea of parallel universes invites us to imagine realities that are completely different from our own. Some might mirror our world so closely that the differences are barely noticeable, while others could be so alien that we can hardly comprehend them. Let's dive into some fascinating possibilities. Dinosaurs thriving. In one universe, the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs 66 million years ago never struck Earth. Without this catastrophic event, dinosaurs might have continued to evolve, potentially developing intelligence. Imagine towering reptilian creatures building cities, inventing technologies, and creating their own cultures. In this world, humans might never have had a chance to dominate the planet, or we might coexist with intelligent dinosaurs. Reverse gravity. What if gravity worked differently? In some universes, it could be weaker, allowing people to jump hundreds of feet into the air. In others, it might be stronger, making even the smallest movements feel like a workout. These changes in fundamental forces would shape every aspect of life, from the way planets form to how living creatures evolve. Alternate histories. Parallel universes could also reflect different versions of human history. Imagine a world where the Roman Empire never fell, leading to advanced technology and sprawling cities by the Middle Ages. Or picture a universe where World War II ended differently, reshaping global alliances and cultures. These alternate timelines remind us how small changes can have massive ripple effects. Unique biologies. Life in other universes might not look anything like it does here. Instead of carbon-based organisms, creatures could be made of silicon or even plasma. In a universe with different physical laws, life might thrive in environments that are lethal to us, like planets covered in liquid methane or stars emitting radiation we can't survive. Time reversed. One of the strangest possibilities is a universe where time flows backward. In such a reality, people might begin life as elderly beings and grow younger over time. Relationships, memories, and even the concept of death would be completely redefined, creating a world that operates in ways we can't fully imagine. These scenarios are more than just creative thought experiments. They highlight the infinite possibilities of the multiverse. If every choice, chance, and condition creates a new universe, then anything that can happen does happen somewhere. Imagining parallel universes also encourages us to think about our own world differently. What makes our universe unique? What factors have allowed life to evolve here, and how might things have turned out differently? At the same time, these alternate realities remind us of the delicate balance that makes life possible. From the strength of gravity to the way atoms bond, countless factors have to align perfectly for a universe to support living beings. Ultimately, exploring parallel universes isn't just about imagining what's out there, it's about understanding our own place in the cosmos. These other worlds, real or imagined, show us just how vast and mysterious reality truly is. The idea of traveling to a parallel universe sounds like pure science fiction, but some scientists believe it could be possible, at least in theory. While we're far from having the technology to explore other universes, several intriguing ideas suggest that it might one day become a reality. Let's explore the science and speculation behind multiverse travel. Wormholes, cosmic tunnels. One of the most popular theories for traveling to parallel universes involves wormholes, hypothetical tunnels through space-time. Imagine folding a piece of paper so that 2 points touch, then poking a hole through it. The wormhole would allow you to skip the distance between the points, acting as a shortcut. If wormholes connect different universes, they could theoretically allow us to travel between them. Black holes, portals to the unknown. Black holes are another potential gateway to parallel universes. When something falls into a black hole, it's pulled into a singularity, a point of infinite density where the laws of physics as we know them break down. Some physicists theorize that the singularity might lead to another universe, effectively creating a one-way portal. However, surviving such a journey would be an entirely different challenge: quantum tunneling. On the quantum scale, particles can do something extraordinary. They can tunnel through barriers that seem impenetrable. This phenomenon, called quantum tunneling, allows particles to effectively disappear from one location and reappear in another. While this happens on a microscopic scale, some scientists speculate that a similar process could one day allow information, or even people, to cross into other universes. Gravitational waves and dimensional overlaps. The discovery of gravitational waves, ripples in space-time caused by massive cosmic events, has opened up new possibilities for studying the multiverse. Some scientists believe that interactions between universes might create distortions in space-time, which could be detected as gravitational waves. If we can learn to interpret these signals, they might provide a roadmap for accessing parallel realities. Challenges of multiverse travel. While the idea of traveling to parallel universes is exciting, it's fraught with challenges. For one, we don't yet have any direct evidence that these universes exist, let alone the technology to reach them. Even if we could open a portal to another universe, the risks would be enormous. What if the laws of physics in the destination universe were incompatible with our survival? Could we even recognize life or ourselves there? Ethical dilemmas. Multiverse travel also raises ethical questions. If we discovered a universe with intelligent life, what responsibilities would we have toward its inhabitants? Would exploring another universe be seen as an invasion? These questions remind us that the multiverse isn't just a scientific frontier, it's a moral and philosophical one as well. Theoretical machines. Some futurists imagine building machines specifically designed to access parallel universes. These devices might work by creating controlled wormholes, using advanced quantum computers to calculate the exact conditions needed to bridge the gap between realities. While this is purely speculative, it's a fascinating glimpse into what might be possible centuries from now. Accidental crossings. Interestingly, some people believe that accidental crossings between universes have already occurred. Stories of individuals like the man from Taured, or reports of strange, unexplained disappearances often fuel speculation about unintentional multiverse travel. While there's no concrete evidence to support these claims, they keep the idea alive in popular imagination. The role of imagination. Even if multiverse travel remains beyond our reach for now, the idea itself inspires us to think bigger. It pushes scientists, writers, and dreamers to explore the boundaries of what's possible. By imagining how we might one day explore parallel universes, we expand our understanding of both science and storytelling. The journey ahead. Ultimately, the journey to parallel universes is as much about curiosity as it is about technology. Whether or not we ever find a way to cross into another reality, the exploration of the multiverse reminds us of the boundless possibilities that lie beyond our current understanding. It's a reminder that the universe, or multiverse, is far stranger and more exciting than we can imagine. Parallel universes are more than just a fascinating scientific concept. They challenge us to think about our lives and our place in existence in entirely new ways. The multiverse theory raises profound questions about identity, free will, and the nature of reality itself. Let's explore why this idea matters so much, both scientifically and philosophically. Redefining free will. If every decision creates a new universe, what does that mean for free will? In a single universe, our choices feel like they shape our future. But in a multiverse, every possibility plays out somewhere. This raises a paradox. Do our decisions matter if every outcome already exists? Some people find this idea unsettling, while others see it as liberating. It suggests that there's no wrong choice, just different paths. Exploring identity. The multiverse also forces us to rethink the concept of identity. If there are infinite versions of you, each living a slightly different life, what makes you, you? Are you defined by the choices you make, or are you just one version of a larger self that exists across multiple realities? These questions challenge our understanding of what it means to be an individual. Understanding our universe. On a scientific level, the multiverse helps explain some of the mysteries of our own universe. Why does our reality seem so perfectly fine-tuned for life? If infinite universes exist, each with different physical constants, it's no surprise that we find ourselves in one where conditions are just right. This idea, called the anthropic principle, offers a logical explanation for the delicate balance of forces that make life possible. Inspiring creativity. For artists, writers, and filmmakers, the multiverse is a treasure trove of ideas. It allows them to imagine alternate histories, speculative futures, and entirely new worlds. From superhero stories about characters crossing dimensions to philosophical dramas about the nature of existence, the multiverse has inspired countless works of creativity. Expanding scientific boundaries. For scientists, the multiverse represents the next frontier of exploration. While we can't yet observe parallel universes directly, advancements in technology and theoretical physics could one day make it possible. The search for evidence of the multiverse pushes researchers to develop new tools, theories, and ways of thinking about reality. The idea of disrupting another universe's timeline might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's a fascinating concept to think about. If parallel universes exist, each with its own timeline of events, what would happen if we somehow interfered with one? Could it cause chaos? Would it affect our own universe? Let's break it down in simple terms. 1. The butterfly effect. If you've ever heard of the butterfly effect, you know how small actions can lead to big outcomes. For example, stepping on a single insect in another universe could change its food chain, which might lead to completely different ecosystems. Over time, this small change could alter how that universe evolves, potentially leading to a reality where events unfold in ways we can't even imagine. 2. Timeline shifts. When we think about timelines, we imagine events unfolding in a specific order. If we disrupt a universe's timeline, it could cause a ripple effect, where every future event is influenced by the change. For instance, if you prevented a key historical event from happening, like the invention of the wheel, it might drastically alter that universe's development, leaving it unrecognizable. Or 3. Collapsing universes. Some scientists theorize that disrupting another universe's timeline might destabilize it entirely. If a universe relies on specific sequences of events to remain balanced, interfering with its timeline could cause it to collapse. Imagine pulling out one block in a Jenga tower. The whole structure might come tumbling down. 4. Interdimensional crossovers. Interfering with another timeline could also blur the boundaries between universes. If changes in one timeline affect the stability of another, the two universes might start overlapping. This could lead to strange phenomena, like people or objects appearing where they don't belong, or even causing parts of two universes to merge. 5. Chain reactions. Disrupting one universe's timeline might not just affect that universe. It could trigger a chain reaction across the multiverse. If all universes are connected in some way, a significant disruption in one could ripple outward, creating instability in others. This idea is similar to how an earthquake in one area can cause tremors in distant places. 6. Alternate outcomes. Another possibility is that interfering with a timeline could create entirely new universes. Every change might branch off into a new reality with its own unique timeline. For example, if you prevented a major war in one universe, a new branch could form where peace prevailed, while the original timeline continued as if nothing happened. 7. Ethical dilemmas. Interfering with another universe's timeline raises big ethical questions. If we had the power to stop disasters or prevent wars in another universe, should we? On one hand, it might seem like a good idea, but on the other hand, who are we to decide what's best for a universe that isn't ours? The consequences of playing God in another reality could be unpredictable and dangerous. 8. Self-destruction. Some theories suggest that disrupting another timeline might backfire on us. If universes are interconnected, any imbalance in one could send shockwaves through the multiverse, potentially affecting our own reality. In trying to fix another universe, we might unintentionally harm our own. 9. The paradox problem. Interfering with timelines can also create paradoxes, situations where cause and effect become tangled. For example, if you prevented a person's birth in another universe, what would happen to all the events they were supposed to influence? These paradoxes could create loops or even cause the timeline to unravel entirely. 10. Infinite possibilities. Finally, it's important to remember that the multiverse is full of infinite possibilities. If timelines are constantly branching off, any disruption might just create more branches, rather than destroying a timeline. This means that even if we interfered, the multiverse would continue to expand and evolve, incorporating every possible outcome. As we close this exploration of parallel universes, one thing is clear. The multiverse isn't just a scientific theory. It's a profound idea that touches every aspect of our understanding of reality. It's a call to adventure, a challenge to think bigger, and an invitation to dream about what lies beyond. If this journey through parallel universes has sparked your imagination and left you questioning reality, why not stick around for more? There's so much more to explore: quantum mysteries, cosmic wonders, and the stories that make you see the world in a whole new way. So, don't forget to hit that like button. It lets us know you enjoyed the video and helps us create even more mind-bending content. Have your own theories or questions about parallel universes? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. Maybe your idea will inspire our next video. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tap that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.